Dedicated to the bishop and patron saint of the city of Athens, the Church of Saint Dionysius the Areopagite constitutes one of the most significant monuments of the capital city. The elaborate and imposing church is located on Skoufa Str. in Kolonaki, and during the time period when the Metropolitan Church of Athens was closed, owing to the reconstruction and renovation works, it was used as cathedral church. Earlier, on the site of the present church, had stood a small church, which was demolished in 1900, as it could not anymore cover the worship needs of the faithful of the then neighborhood of Kolonaki, which in that period was developing at a rapid pace. In 1897, the church curators submitted a memorandum to the city council, requesting the license for the construction of a new church, which would be spacious and beauteous, worthy of the name of the honored saint, as it was reported by the news which was published in the newspaper of the day. In 1920, the final designs by Anastasios Orlandos were completed, with the construction works lasting 8 years, from 1923 until 1931. In parallel, the supervision of the construction was undertaken by the architect Demetrios Philippakis. The church combines Renaissance and Byzantine elements, with its general floor plan being cruciform, while at the northwestern and southwestern corner stand 2 bell towers, whose aspects send at triangular pediments and are roofed by a small dome. The access to the interior from the central western entrance is made from a stepped stair. The 4-columned western facade of the church with the semicircular Renaissance arch recalls a triumphal arch. The empty space between the central arch and the interior of the church is covered by a central semi-dome, which is adorned with coffers containing 8 pointed stars in a green and red background, while at the top one can adore a marvelous mosaic with Christ blessing. The northern and the southern entrance of the church are decorated with mosaic depictions of archangels Michael and Gabriel. In the church, there is no narthex, but only one 4-columned barrel vault, which covers the empty space between the nave and the western entrance. It is a cruciform inscribed domed church. The general supervision of the interior and the exterior decoration fell upon the architect Georgios Nomikos, who designed the marble floors and the marble revetments of the interior of the church. In the holy bema looms the holy altar constructed of white marble, the mosaics in the exonorthex and in the interior of the church, with the exception of the ones of the floor, were crafted by Stavros Xenopoulos, while all the wood carvings such as the iconostasis, the episcopal throne, the ambo, the psalteries, as well as the marvelous and unique chandelier were crafted by Theophanes Nomikos, one of the most prominent Greek wood carvers. Exceptional is also the wood-carved epitaph with carved whole-bodied angels at each of its 4 corners. All the murals of the church were crafted by the painter Spyros Vassilio. In particular, the dome is separated into 3 zones. At the center is depicted Christ, in the usual form of the Pantocrator, with the right hand blessing, and the left holding a closed gospel. In the second zone there are depicted the archangels and the other celestial forces, such as the 6-winged seraphims and 4-faced cherubs. The Theotokos stands upright on a footrest with the name the Lady of the Angels, raises her hands in a prayer position, while opposite her is depicted Saint John the Baptist. At the drum of the dome there are crafted prophets who are lined up the one next to the other in front-face position. At the 4 pediments supporting the dome are depicted the 4 evangelists. In the conch of the holy bema one observes the enthroned Theotokos, as virgin and child, framed by 2 whole-bodied venerating angels. The iconographic themes which are developed in the nave originate mainly from the Christological cycle, while parametrically to the nave the Christological cycle is supplemented with themes which originate from the Sunday evangelical readings, such as the depiction of Jesus with the Samaritan woman, the depiction of the healing of the blind man, the ointment of Jesus with myrrh. Finally, in the temple, Only two scenes from the Old Testament are narrated: Abraham's sacrifice at the northern part of the western wall, and the burning and not consumed bush at the southern part of the western wall.